Leeds United have had an excellent week so far, beating Millwall 3-0 and coming into a match against Hull this week. I think they've got a really good chance of picking up another 3 points. So I'm going to go through a quick preview of the match, what the injury issues look like, how Hull play, and ultimately what I expect from the game on Wednesday. First up, I'm going to discuss the injury issues that are going on throughout the squad, and Jed Spence is probably the biggest one. He's going to be missing for a few weeks. He's managed to damage his ligaments in training, but thankfully it won't quite require surgery. That is absolutely incredible for Leeds United. It means that we can just take our time bringing him back, play Ayling there, play Shackleton there, play Byram there, and ease him back into it rather than requiring surgery, which will take months and months and months and mean that we miss him for the bulk of the season. It's a good development for us at the end of the day. In addition to that, there is a potential knock for Ethan Ampadu. He was in doubt immediately after the game. 24 hours later, he looked okay, apparently. Daniel Farke said that he's Welsh, he's tough, so he could likely play on Wednesday. But yeah, it seems like he's not wanting to rotate him, but it all comes down to stuff like fitness tests and bits and bobs like that. I think he will play because Ampadu is a tough little bastard. It's just about making sure that he plays in a way that's healthy rather than getting him injured and, as with Spence, losing him for potentially months. In addition to that, we have a potential return for Liam Cooper. Liam Cooper has been missing since the first match of the season, where he scored a fantastic header but landed funny on his knee. This return's been a little bit faster than I expected. It was mentioned in the press conference today that he'd be able to come back. Took me by surprise, but I feel like if he's fit, he probably starts. He wasn't in the squad at the weekend, I don't think, so it'll likely be the bench, though, because you need a week or so of being actually fit before you play, and it's always ideal to not have to start someone and then sub them off 30 minutes in because they've managed to get injured. In addition to that, we have news about Patrick Bamford. Sorry about that. Patrick Bamford could potentially return to the squad this weekend, although it's not likely. According to Daniel Farke, he's been in training for a couple of days and is gradually going to return, but he thinks a few days isn't going to be enough for an injury of that length. Bamford coming back is absolutely spectacular. I don't think he immediately comes back into the first 11 because Rutter and Pirot, are in incredible form at the moment and hopefully will be after Hull as well. But having him as an option off the bench is also brilliant because his movement is top tier. And when he's confident, his finishing is really good. And if the club around him is confident and cohesive and everyone's getting along with each other, I don't see why Bamford will cause a massive issue there. Now we come on to talking about Hull themselves, and they are on a quite good run of form. Hull are, and I'm just going to quickly double check this to make sure I get it completely right, but I believe Hull are in 5th place in the league. Yep. Are currently unbeaten in 5 and have 11 points from their first 6 matches. That's pretty good. And then you take a little bit more of a dive into it and think that they're actually far more beatable than the numbers show. So quickly taking a look at this, something that they tend to do is be fairly low scoring in games, but defend really well. In the past 4 games, they have only scored 5 times. 2-1 win against Blackburn Rovers, 1-1 against Bristol City, 1-0 win over Leicester City, and a 1-1 draw with Coventry. That means that not only are they not attacking so much, but they're defending really well. It's really tight at the back. They don't concede that many goals. The most they've conceded this season so far is 2. And ideally, we can do a little bit better than that because there's some clear weaknesses in their back line that we can exploit. I'll go through those in a quick minute. However, it's a little bit Sheffield Wednesday, Millwall-y in that they will look to defend quite a lot and catch us out. Hopefully they can't. We'll find out. One of the things that I've noted about their side is they're quite reliant on individual skill. Ozan Tufan has scored 4 goals this season so far and is comfortably their best player. However, if you're able to shut Tufan down, there's not a whole lot going on around him. Yeah, they're okay from set pieces, but they've not got a real creative spark going on like we have at the moment. Ultimately, it comes down to if we're able to shut down Tufan, who plays on the left-hand side, that means having a right-back that's fairly capable, along with someone in the right-hand side of midfield who's able to help slowing him up. I think Ampadu in that case would be absolutely perfect. Then we'll be okay. Now, what can Leeds United do? Leeds can do quite a lot, and the first thing is targeting their left-back. The Hull City left-back currently has 4 yellow cards already. We're only 6 or 7 games into the season, and that is absolutely bonkers. It shows that there's not much discipline there. And if he starts, I can see him wanting to be a little bit careful. He doesn't want a ban this early in the season, surely. So if it gives us something to target and constantly go at, and we go down his wing all the time, there's not going to be that much of an opportunity for them to break out or commit a little tactical foul because he doesn't want to take that risk. Similarly, they are not very good against the counter-attack. This popped up when I was watching a few of their matches so far, and they are very, very repeatedly counter-attackable because when they attack fairly hard and leave some nice spaces at the back. And having seen the match against Millwall, where we scored 3 goals, all of them on the counter, all with nice, tricky play, it's absolutely perfect for us. I see plenty of opportunities for Leeds United scoring some goals in the match. And, of course, there is the issue of stopping Ozan Tufan. I believe getting Ampadu on him, getting probably Luke Ayling on him, but maybe Byram if we want a more sturdy right centre-back, right back over in that position, could be ideal. As long as we can slow him down, we'll be doing okay. Finally, though, who wins? And I think, looking at form, you'd think Hull City. Hull have been quite good throughout the season so far. This beat Sheffield Wednesday 4-2, which is something that we weren't able to do because they were defending really solidly, but they also conceded 2 against Sheffield Wednesday and conceded 2 against Doncaster, which knocked them out of the League Cup. There are very clearly weaknesses in this side. We just need to exploit them and be confident enough. And I feel like having a good enough attacking line with Nonto, who, if you put him on the right, will absolutely terrorise their left back and presumably win a lot of fouls because that's what he does best. And then Somerville, presumably on the other flank, just bombing on, getting some incredible crosses in, with Rutter and Pirro in the middle doing their rotational work. I think it's going to be absolutely fantastic. And we have no reason to doubt Daniel Farke's side at the moment because they are so consistent in their performances. It's just the results that have been a little bit missing at the moment. I think this is a time where we could quite comfortably beat Hull City and keep pushing on towards promotion. Anyway, I'm going to leave that there. Comment down below what you think is going to happen in this match. I always love hearing what you guys have to say because it's interesting to get other perspectives. Subscribe if you enjoyed this video and give it a like. I will see you later.